Stanberry Motivational Consulting Part 2. If you guys missed the first video, I was just giving an overview of what Stanberry Motivational Consulting is, and basically, I'm just a facilitator, nobody important. My role is a servant to the people, to the community. So essentially, I'm not the one that provides the motivation. I facilitate the environment for you to motivate yourself. The target audience, everyone. Who I've been working with thus far, teachers, administrators, superintendents, principals, parents, community partners, volunteers, college students. That's pretty much where this whole thing starts. It's got to give you some background on how I got into becoming a CEO of Stanberry Motivational Consulting, or starting this grassroots project, was because when I was in grad school, one of my projects was to write a book, and I was writing this book on my experience in grad school, and I worked with the Gear Up grant, 21st Century's Bright Futures, Upper Bound, a few other grant-funded programs. And what I was noticing was, as we were following these students at the middle school and high school level, the students that participated in grant-funded programs, academic enrichment, after school between hours of 3 and 7, were 10 times more likely to graduate from high school and go on to college. So as I experienced this, and as I seen these children grow, and there were a special 60 students who I followed with the Gear Up grant, working under the direction of Dr. Bombeck, Dr. Russ Owell. Some of my partners were Pierre Rice and Alejandro Baldwin, and they're still doing great things today. This is where I got my start. As we followed these 60 students, it was just amazing to measure the growth and the objectives that they accomplished along the way. So I kind of captured this experience in my book, along with other things that I've learned in high school, and I put it in a book form. And it took me some years to finally get it out. I wanted to finish school and do a few other things, but I finally finished it, and now here it is, creating opportunities. High school is a breeze if you have the right toolkit. My editor, Marlena Goodset, who I met in grad school, if it wasn't for her, this wouldn't have happened. So I want to thank her. She's been very great. She's now a freelance writer for a company in Arizona, so I really highly recommend her. She's very cooperative, and again, she's very good. But here we are, and it's easy reading, 70 pages. For you high school students who already have a lot of homework, you order the book, get you a bookmark as well, stay focused. But from this kind of stemmed Stanberry Motivational Consulting. And what I do is basically I go to schools, I go to communities, I go to PTO meetings, I go to houses, families, and I have conversation, I have dialogue with them about finding the tools and the resources necessary to help your child become successful, to get to college, to graduate high school. Between the hours of 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., we lose our students to crime and a whole bunch of other stuff. But when they participate in these programs, then we actually reduce juvenile recidivism rates, and we increase high school graduation rates. So my service is free. I'll get a phone call from a principal or a parent. I'll come speak to them for free. I'll come do an assembly at the school for free, and we get results. You get the students involved, and they want to learn for themselves. They want to do this themselves. They just needed somebody to kind of say it to them in the right way. And so when a lot of the schools that I go to and speak, we'll get all the students in the gym, we'll have an assembly, and we get the conversation rolling. The other service that I provide is after-school programming. That's free as well. So right now, a lot of the high schools are loving this because they can call me. I'll come and speak at their school for free. I'll implement after-school program at their school for free because the grants come from special people that I know, grant writers that I can give a phone call to, and they'll write a grant and send it down to the school. I'll find some college volunteers that I get from various professors I know at different universities who want internships and volunteer work. I'll train them, and they implement the after-school programs. The school doesn't have to cut their budget. The school doesn't have to overwork their teachers. The school doesn't have to do all these extra things. These are free services offered by Stanberry Motivational Consulting. They call me, I speak. If they want more, I get the after-school programs going with the grants to fund it, and that's it. So people ask me, how do I make my money? I make my money with this, the tool. A lot of parents are like, well, when you're gone, what is my student gonna do, or how can I have that voice right there with them when I'm not around or they're not around? The book. And I want to thank all of my supporters, the parents in the communities, at some of these PTO meetings and some of these town hall meetings that I've spoken at. Thank you, because that allows me to travel when a school calls me and say, hey, we would like for you to come speak. We would like for you to sit down at the table with us and help us implement after-school programming. I am able to travel and put the money right back into the community because you're supporting me with the book. You can find the book on Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, iTunes. I had to make it available in the new technology for the student nowadays. And it's been great. You can also find it on Exhilibris. And coming soon, I actually have my own website called www.ericstanberry.com, and we will have education caucuses on there. You can join the conversation. We eventually want to make it to like a Facebook where you can have you can have membership to this website. But this website is something for students, parents, administrators to get involved and get dialogues and conversations going, and support and help and resources going to strengthen their communities and to facilitate a foundation for the future. So wow, so now you guys know where the motivation comes from. Now you guys know what Stanberry Motivational Consulting is. I have a small staff. That's why I call it grassroots, of about 5 people that are close to me, and they're kind of like the program directors in each of these schools that we work out of, and the communities that we work out of. And when we get a school or a community that wants to do something, I'll station one of my 5 staff there. They're the program director. They'll get some college volunteers or interns to run the programs, and we move about across the nation. And it's great, so if you want to get involved, please feel free to contact me. The office number is 615-592-6113. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter at Eric Stanberry Jr. Now I'm on YouTube. So I thought I'd, give the people something real that they can, kind of relate to or identify with, to see if this is something they want to get involved with. That's been my whole, I'm at a loss for words, but that's what makes me, just giving you that realness. So again, I want to thank everybody for their support. We're going to make this thing big. If the children are the future, they are the best investment. They're my motive. If you guys want to know my motive, I want to live a long, happy life. I want to feel safe. I want to feel proud of the place I'm in, and I want to be happy. I want that for my children. I know you want that for your children. So when you think of the future, you think of what you can do now to create that environment for the future. And I feel like I'm just playing my role. I'm just doing my role. There's nothing special. I'm just doing that so that I can feel at peace. So I can feel happy, because that's what I want for myself. That I finally figured out my purpose in life, and that is to be a motivator or facilitator of empowerment. That's my motive out of it. So again, thank you again. I think you guys have all of my information now. But yeah, if I can give anybody any words of advice from this video, just don't be afraid to go after your dreams or your goals. It can definitely happen, and take your time with it. Take it step by step by step. I was rushing for a long time, but I stopped rushing myself, and I set a goal out. I accomplished that, and I went to the next one, to the next one, and to the next one, until I finally got there. And now we're at a level where we're actually, I built a small team, and we're actually out here doing things, and we welcome everybody. There's no competition when it comes to what we're doing. I encourage other organizations like this to do this. The more the merrier, because we're all trying to add to one big thing here. So other organizations out there, keep doing your thing. Maybe we can collaborate, but I don't feel like there's a competition at all. I just wanna help out. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do um, before my walk is over on this earth. And I think that's about it. So, hey, uh, thank you again, and you know, be motivated.